Hello, hello, hello. I'm Priestess Lily. So this is the weekly forecast for the 6th to the 12th of August, 2023. And I'm going to use the Oracle of Delphi cards by Susie Cherub. You can pre-order them on my webpage if you want to, if you like the look of them. I also have just done a podcast with the beautiful Susie. It is such a rich podcast. For those that are new or intrigued by the Oracle world or the priestess world of Adelphi, I would highly suggest going and having a listen to the podcast. It's on Priestess Lily, Out of the Noise. So, this week, the 6th to the 12th. What is happening energetically? So collectively, we are moving into the Lionsgate portal. We reach it on the 8th of the 8th. And so that's in 2 days' time. The Lionsgate energy is very much manifesting energy and releasing. And it is also linked to the Sirius planet star of light. And so it's linked to freedom and technology is the energy that we're going to feel and start to see collectively in our world consciousness. So when I say freedom has been a conversation that many people have been traveling with over the last 2 to 3 years. It's linked to freedom and truth. It is also linked to technology. And when you think of light is technology, frequency, energy. So it doesn't surprise me that technology will be a bigger conversation around this week in general. And so when I think of technology, it's, computers, it's AI, it's more advanced technology. We're going to definitely start to see a build up around medical technology, revolutions, as we start to move more in the coming months ahead. The 12th of August, we are very much moving through and starting to see Venus, planet Venus, come online more. And I know that for myself, being a Leo, Venus is all about feminine energy, relationships, how we communicate in relationships, releasing our relationships serving us, releasing relationships, how can we deepen more into relationships. There's going to be some big conversations around that, being triggered in relationships. There's going to be some big conversations around that at the later half of this week. And we're definitely, at the later half of this week, we're going to start to feel the new moon energy starting to come through, because next week we have a new moon on the 15th and 16th. It's a micro new supermoon, new moon. And so we're going to start to feel the energy of that new moon coming into fruition. So I'm going to use the Oracle of Delphi cards to see what this week's energy is for us as individuals. No, that's not it. Sometimes they jump lots, sometimes they don't, but they will jump. It'll just take a minute. Oh. Oh, interesting cards. Very interesting cards. Oh, really interesting cards. Okay, the first card that came through is Messenger. I think this is related in two different ways. You know, definitely we're going to see a different message starting to come through in our collective energy, is what I'm being told to say. So there's going to be a different message or a different person communicating, speaking differently to us that really resonates with our soul. This could be in the political arena, is what I'm being told. And I think that the message is something that we are wanting to hear. This is going to start, this is already starting, but it's really going to start to gather momentum, is what Spirit's telling me. Oh yeah, it's really going to start to gather momentum. Collectively, individually, for us as individually, for, you know, I very much feel this is about you being guided by your spirit guides to start to listen, start to meditate, start to sit in council with your light council, with your guides, with your wisdom keepers, with your loved ones in spirit. The messages that will be coming through around the 8th to the 10th, the downloads, the nudges that you're getting are very much going to be intuitively guided for you to move forward. Whew. That's got a big energy, that card. That's a big shift. And that for when I connect to this for the collective, that's a big shift. The next card, which is quite fascinating, is Shapeshifter. This is the energy coming in the later half of, far out my ear, someone needs to hear this, the later half of this week, is what I'm being told to say. Which doesn't actually correlate with this card. It's like we're shifting into a different energy and a different set of gears. And everything as an individually and the collective, everything that we have hidden in the shadows is coming up to be revered for us to look at. It's like it is going to shape shift very quickly, like move in energy very quickly for us to heal, is what I'm being told, for us to heal, for us to discern, for us to release. This energy feels like it's a shake-up. It's a shake-up of the collective, but it's also a shake-up of us as individuals, where we have to stop and radically, I get the word radically look at what direction we are taking or where we are heading. I feel like this is also the lead up energy into the new moon, because I feel like around the new moon, there's going to be another shift in consciousness, is what I want to say. And, you know, as we're starting to feel the momentum of August starting to come through, and we're starting to feel this, and we're starting to feel this energy softening, but also building, a realization or a revolution or a seeing differently, is like the mask is being taken off our eyes. We're starting to ask ourselves bigger questions as we move more into, especially in New Zealand, into the momentum of someone needing to speak our truth, needing to harmonize our heart with our throat chakra and starting to speak more. And this momentum is really going to start to really, really like move quite quickly, because we are in an election year, dare I say it. And we're starting to see things differently that we might not have seen 2 to 3 years ago. We're starting to see things differently of what we're actually being called for our highest good, for our country, for us as individuals. We are, because of the energy is shifting so quickly and so fast around us, and things are shape-shifting and changing very quickly, we have to start harmonizing with our heart versus what we're being seen and shown. What do we feel versus what are we seeing, and how do we discern truth from an illusion, truth from reality, truth from a skewed perspective? And once we start to work through that as a collective, we will start to work together as we will start to, instead of working together as individuals, we will start to work together as a collective energy for the highest good of our nation, for the highest good of the world, for the highest good of the planet. But at the moment, we're too busy doing our own individual work. I don't think this is all happening in August. I think that piece of the jigsaw just came through that I just needed to speak it. I think this is where at the end of the year we're going to be like, you know, as we move into the election mode, this is the energy that we're going to be moving into. Like, what are we being called to? And you can't actually, until you know thyself, funny enough, that's the Oracle of Delphi's prophecy, until you know thyself and know, you know, your higher intuition, your higher wisdom, you are the oracle, you follow your intuition, yourself, your knowing, your wisdom, until you start trusting it, then you'll see the world that you want to co-create. Not what I thought was going to come through, but anyway, here we are. Have a great week, people.